We are just 2 months away from Apple's annual Worldwide Developers Conference, where the iPhone 17 and 17 Pro will be announced. But there are still a lot of unanswered questions about the next generation of iPhone. What will the new design look like? Will it finally have a pill hole? And how much will all this cost us? Well, today, I'm going to do my best to answer each and every one of these questions using the latest leaks and rumors. So, let's get into it. First up, let's talk about the regular iPhone 17 and 17 Plus. Even though the non-Pro iPhones didn't change much last year, according to the leaks, this year should bring some big changes, specifically a huge overhaul to the design. The main benefit of this new design, aside from looking great, is that it would allow the iPhone 17 to be one of the slimmest phones ever made. According to reports, it'll be nearly half as thick as the current iPhone 14. To achieve this level of slimness, Apple is likely to make some significant changes to the internal design of the phone, which might include a new battery layout or even a smaller battery capacity. Now, don't get me wrong, the battery in the 17 won't be bad by any means, but I wouldn't be surprised if its capacity comes in lower than the iPhone 14. And in real-world use, we see about an hour less screen-on time compared to the iPhone 14. This reduction in thickness should also translate into a lighter form factor, making the iPhone 17 easier to hold and carry around. Overall, I think this move towards a slimmer body is a positive one, although the downsides obviously being the potential for shorter battery life. It makes sense for the regular models because they tend to have a longer lifespan and remain in Apple's lineup for several years. And since consumers generally upgrade their phones every 2 or 3 years, they probably won't even notice the difference. Now moving on to the more exciting stuff, let's discuss the iPhone 17 Pros. And boy, oh boy, do we have some good news to share. The standard iPhone 17 Pro is expected to grow from 6.1 to 6.3 inches, with the iPhone 17 Pro Max increasing from 6.7 to 6.9 inches. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of bigger phones, but this isn't really a problem since the regular models will still be available for those who prefer smaller devices. The display technology will continue to improve with Apple adopting dual-stacked pixel technology, which will result in thinner bezels and a higher pixel density. Unfortunately, this means that the infamous dynamic island from the iPhone 14 Pro will not be coming down to the regular models. You know, the cutout that everyone loves to hate? It's rumored to be replaced by Apple's classic notch, albeit a slightly modified one that's a bit wider and has thinner bezels. Honestly, I'm fine with this decision because I personally prefer the notch to the dynamic island and its functionality. As for the processors, the iPhone 17 Pro will get the A19 chip, while the iPhone 17 Pro Max will get the A19 Pro chip. These new chips are expected to offer significant improvements in performance and efficiency thanks to the manufacturing process. The A19 Pro will offer about a 10% increase in CPU speed, which is slower than the 20% increase between the A15 and A16 chips. However, GPU performance is expected to see a massive improvement with a reported 25 to 30% increase in frames per second. This substantial jump in graphics capability positions the A19 Pro to deliver console-quality gaming experiences and handle the growing demand for visual effects in apps such as Snapchat and Instagram. Although it might seem odd to have two different chips in two very similar phones, this strategy actually gives Apple the flexibility to offer a more affordable Pro model without sacrificing too much on performance. If they were to use the same chip across both phones, the cheaper 17 Pro would have to make significant compromises to keep its price low, such as a lower refresh rate, lower resolution, or fewer camera lenses. By using the A19 Pro, Apple can avoid these compromises while still keeping the price lower than the top-of-the-line iPhone 17 Pro Max. Next, let's talk about the cameras. The 17 Pro will feature the same 48-megapixel main sensor introduced in the iPhone 14 Pro, allowing for greater image detail and better low-light performance. The telephoto lens will receive an upgrade with a new 6x periscope zoom setup, offering improved optical and digital zoom capabilities. This will enable users to capture images of distant objects with greater clarity and detail. Finally, the ultra-wide-angle lens will remain unchanged from the iPhone 14 Pro. With these new camera capabilities, the iPhone 17 Pro is poised to offer enhanced versatility and precision for mobile photography enthusiasts. Moving on to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, we have some exciting news about the display. Rumor has it that Apple will adopt a uniform 120 Hz ProMotion display across all of its high-end iPhones. This means that both the 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max will boast faster refresh rates, resulting in smoother animations and a more responsive user experience. While the iPhone 14 Pro Max already has a 120 Hz ProMotion display, the standard 17 Pro only has a 60 Hz refresh rate. Having a consistent 120 Hz refresh rate across all Pro models will certainly elevate the user experience and showcase Apple's commitment to delivering high-quality displays on their flagship phones. Now, let's talk about the iPhone 17 Air. That's right. For the first time in years, Apple is reportedly bringing a new model to the iPhone lineup. Speaking of the price, let's take a look at the entire iPhone 17 lineup, starting with the iPhone 17. The entry-level model with 128 GB of storage will have a starting price of $899. The iPhone 17 Plus will begin at $999, while the iPhone 17 Pro will start at $1,199. Finally, the largest iPhone 17 Pro Max will start at $1,299. As you can see, Apple hasn't changed the prices of the iPhones in quite some time now, despite adding more and more features to their phones. So I would definitely expect those prices to increase by at least $100. Next, let's address the elephant in the room, the removal of the physical SIM tray. According to rumors, Apple will shift to eSIM-only iPhones in 2025. This means that all iPhone 17 models will need to be activated using software instead of a physical SIM card. This move is part of Apple's broader goal of transitioning to eSIM-only devices by 2030, driven by sustainability concerns and the belief that eSIM will become the industry standard. Some people have expressed frustration over this change, but I don't really see it as a big deal. Almost every Android phone already uses eSIM, so it's only a matter of time until it becomes the norm for iPhones as well. And finally, let's talk about colors. The iPhone 17 and 17 Plus are expected to come in black, blue, green, pink, and yellow, while the 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max will be available in black, blue, white, and natural titanium. So that's all the major leaks and rumors about the iPhone 17. Overall, the iPhone 17 is shaping up to be one of Apple's most ambitious overhauls yet. The iPhone 17 Pro series will feature a sleek new design with slimmer bezels and a new camera system with a built-in periscope zoom lens. The iPhone 17 Pro will also get a larger display, and Apple will finally bring a uniform 120 Hz ProMotion display to all of its high-end phones. The iPhone 17 Air will offer a unique selling proposition, a large screen size in a compact form factor, and the A17 Pro chip for improved performance. As for pricing, we can expect the entire lineup to be more expensive than the previous generation. However, given the new features and capabilities of the iPhone 17, it's likely that many consumers will be willing to pay a premium for these devices. Regardless, it's clear that Apple is committed to pushing the boundaries of smartphone design and functionality, and the iPhone 17 is sure to be a major step forward for the company.